So I've been watching videos, and what I've been seeing is that when people are getting the Apex trigger, they're also replacing the connector with a minus connector that comes with Apex. Now, when Gen 5s came out, they also released a new connector, and that connector is called the dot connector. Now, the dot connector has such a nice wall, absolutely no creep, and a great reset. It's the best connector I've ever tried. And I have the double diamond, I have a couple Apex minus triggers, I have a couple dot triggers or connectors, a couple dot connectors. It goes dot connector is the best, and then minus connector after that. Am I forgetting one? I don't know, but dot connectors are the best. And I'll show you. That's the wall. And you can't, it's not like a rolling break. This connector is the wall. Other connectors have more of a kind of a, when you get to like this point, it's like a mush, and then a grit, and then a break. And you can just roll right past the break with the minus connector. But not with this dot connector. This dot connector feels the best when you, for staging a trigger, for staging it, and you know you're on that wall, you don't want anything else but a, and reset. So, just remember, just because every video that's on YouTube is saying, oh, minus connectors or Terran Tactical connectors, which are made out of the worst metal I've ever seen, the worst steel, I swear it's Chinese steel. And the thing is that you want to, everybody's pulling the triggers too with these trigger pull weights, which is great. I mean, it's fine to know what weight your trigger is, but that doesn't help me at all. Not at all. I want a clean trigger. I want a crisp trigger. I want a trigger where I can stage it. I know that I'm on the wall, and I know when that sucker is going to break. I want a predictable trigger every time. And I don't get that with some of the other connectors. Really, the only connector I get that with is the dot connector. So, the only thing that's in this gun is a Apex trigger and trigger bar. So the shoe and the trigger bar, and that's it. Everything else in here, All of this, everything is stock. Sure, I did some framework and whatever, but everything is stock. It's a MOS, so even that is stock. So, and it feels good. Feels really good. So, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't try to lighten it up or nothing. But I just wanted to let you guys know that nobody's really talking about the dot connectors. And that's, I mean, the best feel of this trigger is a dot connector with a flat face shoe and you could even use the Gen 5 trigger bar and just upgrade to a shoe and get the dot connector if you don't have a Gen 5. All Gen 5 guns come with the dot connector, thus the trigger being better with Gen 5s. So get yourself a shoe. That's it. You don't need anything else. Don't replace any springs. Don't replace any strikers. Don't replace anything inside of the gun. Nothing. Nothing needs to be changed. The only changes you need to do to make this a better shooter is, the undercuts. That makes it a better shooter. And those ledges, that also is nice for controlling the recoil, But besides that, keep it real. I'm out. Peace.